It's not the debating society.
This
No,
is the experience, strength, and
we
hope.
talk. Oh, I got my condom, my thumb condom, because I was rushing around and I cut my finger real quickly and I lost my mind because I'm a harpist now. And you can barely play the harp you need the tips of your fingers. So this is going to cost me a lot of money.
That's a devastating injury for you right now.
I'm a harpist now. Like I'm learning, finger by finger. I'll have to go back to plucking this way. But yeah, you do. If you're a musician or you're learning something new, your fingers matter. And now that I've cut the tip of it, it's going to take, I have one over here and I couldn't play for a week. So I've got to, what's the lesson? Slow down.
Slow down. I got into a car accident once and I called you. I was like, it was really actually scary. I almost died. You're like, what? Slow down. I was like, my car's totaled. The cops are here.
Oh, I love those simple answers. Slow down.
Were you going too fast? Well,
yeah, we need to slow down in life. And it's funny. I mean, I don't know what we're going to talk about today, but I'll just tell you the call that I just got from our friend, Miss Erin Von Farren. And we were talking and she's not used, and I'm not used to just being still. Even when you came to pick me up today, I said something. You didn't have your phone.
I left my phone in the car.
It was quiet as a mouse. And I'm like, what is she doing? I'm going to cook her dinner after we're done with this. So she better not be eating.
You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sitting in silence.
Like, what?
I needed to, because I just feel this kind of like, we talked about this on the way in. There's like a little bit of impending, not doom, because I hate to use that word, but I just have a really good friend that's going through a couple things, and like it keeps mounting. And he just messaged me, his dad's really sick, and like might not leave the hospital. So I just wanted to sit in silence with God for a second, if that makes sense.
Well, it does, and it leads us into the topic that we were going to touch on in this episode, which is the spiritual bypassing.
Bypassing.
That's what we're talking about. I need to be busy. I need to be busy. I need to be doing this, because we have been slave driven and programmed that if you are not busy, you're never going to get better.
I feel personally, I feel painfully uncomfortable when my feet aren't moving and I'm not in like toxic over productivity. And it is really painful for me. And I've heard that across the board with addicts. Restless, irritable, and discontent. Restless, I'm here, I want to be here. Right. And so for me, I have the humility to admit, like, I'm really uncomfortable when I'm not moving all the time. And it's very exhausting. It's very exhausting.
That's the programming. It's like, when I got busy, I got better. When you got busy, I call bullshit.
Yeah.
You're just blotting out your consciousness with bullshit. Mm-hmm. You can't sit still. There's always some noise. I can't sit in silence. Like, that irritates me. I have to have some music going. I need to have some frequency in the background. I need to hear something. I even have this little thing, and it chirps birds.
I know. I have a one too, and it's like sounds like little hummingbirds, and my dog gets like weirded out. Some days it's better than others. Like, I noticed today, and because I notice things now, because my pineal gland isn't completely calcified with substance.
Fluoride with the chemtrails. Let's talk about it, because some of you people are going to go, what are these girls talking about? We're talking about the humans they're feeding you in fast food. That's not happening to you anymore.
Birth control.
Oh my God, the birth control. A lot of you people can't make babies anymore because the birth control sterilized you. Straight up. And it sterilizes the men, because it's all you men are pissing your, and the women are pissing your birth control in the waters. Who filters that out? You think our government's going to filter that stuff properly?
Certainly not. It's up to us to make sure.
Chemtrails?
Yes.
My brother's military, and he calls them condensation trails. And he goes, I just want to inform you, Nikki, that there is no such thing as chemtrails. And I'm like, Captain, I just want to inform you that you've been programmed right into insanity.
That's a crazy thing to think. I just came from my friend Lorraine's house, and she barely speaks any English. She's from Greece, and she was suffering from allergies. And I said, I know, me too. And she goes, when I'm in Greece, nothing, not a one little drop of any allergy, nothing. And I've been suffering too, but I refuse to take anything for it, because it fucks me up in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. The pharmaceuticals will. It's like, Italians out there, okay? In your country, you can eat your pasta and you can eat the bread. Here, you eat Italian pasta and Italian Canadian bread. You're farting, you're constipated, you're buckled over in bad pain because all of it is a lie. You know they won't allow a lot of our foods in America. We're in Canada. Yours is even worse. You have so much food banned that won't even come into Canada.
Imagine like banning of food and then people still wanting to eat it.
Well, if you're, it's like
you have to be in so much pain. This is the thing. You have to be, and this goes with the topic of spiritual bypassing. I have noticed that people have to be in so much pain to see the truth. It's like, how much more pain do you need to be in by eating these fucked up foods? Do you need to get cancer in order to stop eating it? Because it feels like they do.
I saw something right now. It's like we're in 2026, April of 2026, and you're going to listen to this later in dates. If you are still eating at a fast food establishment of any kind.
Disgusting.
No, well, come on. Can we be soft?
No.
Okay,
not on this.
Troll us. How dare you, says Greta Thunberg, or whoever the hell she is. How dare you?
Not on this.
Okay.
I'm done being soft on it because it's stop.
You want to say it's disgusting?
Yeah.
Okay, you're disgusting. You're just plain.
You're eating from a drive-thru or like ordering Uber Eat. No, I'm done being.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we go even more radical and do what my friend Sandra says from when she's performing live at the comedy club? She's like, if your job isn't in the Bible, just go kill yourself. Like, if your job, think about that one. If your job is not in the Bible, and we've been trolled lately. We've been accused of not knowing the Bible because we accuse the Bible of having a sex club, being incestuous, having a punishing God. Well, those things are true. I'm going to go as far as to say is if your purpose isn't listed out in that book.
Actually, it's funny that you said that because I reposted something on Instagram and it was like, where in the Bible does it say that women should provide?
It doesn't.
So why the fuck am I working still?
You know why?
Yeah, I do.
You know the programming goes deep.
I do, because I'm going to have to go to Cyprus or Albania or fucking Serbia in a village somewhere to find a real man with real testosterone.
Okay, I want to...
and hopefully the airlines don't run out of fuel before I can do that this summer.
I don't want to have Anthony spend the whole time overlaying, but I watched a 20-minute compilation of women like you going, I can't work anymore. I need a husband. What am I? And it was 20 minutes, and the guy, he's funny. I forget what his name is. I think it's like BLK Guru, which is Black Guru, and he's like, my God, what's wrong with people today? And it's like, this is what's happened to people today.
Watching all of the videos I'm about to show you, I'm convinced that white privilege is a thing of the past. So many Caucasian women are not only single, but they're not even getting approached. The first time I covered this, I was just a little bit shocked, but now I see truly how bad it really is. My God.
I've realized that it's been almost 3 years since I've had a new crush. And that is really sad. Because I am bored.
A new crush? What are we, 9 years old?
This is what happens when you trust a f***ing man. Learn from my mistakes.
I'm 36 years old and unmarried, and I've been reflecting on that a lot lately. We went on this date, and before we got in the kayak, he looked at me and goes, you should put on sunscreen. And I don't know if it was the delivery or the fact that I just really don't like being told what to do, ever. I refused. I was like, absolutely not.
One of your main responsibilities as a wife is to be able to take instruction from your man, from your husband. My God.
Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men. I live in a city, and literally anytime I'm walking anywhere, anytime I see a cute guy, it's always heads down, headphones in. He won't look at anyone. Literally no one is approachable anymore. No one looks at each other. Everyone's heads down and no one's smiling or just seems happy.
I thought it was bad enough. Y'all are not getting approached. Y'all are not even getting looks.
Guys, I am so down bad. I'm asking guys on dates. I'm not even saying like I'm approaching them and being like, here's my number. I do that. I'm fully texting guys, will you please go see this movie with me? Honestly, like, can you just come over and watch a movie? I just want to lay on some.
Can I just say it's extremely frustrating that no one talks to each other on the street anymore. I just walked out of Whole Foods. There was a guy I was staring at while shopping, and he was staring at me. I was clearly interested in him, giving him all the signs, and he still didn't approach me. But like, I also didn't approach him. And what does that say about me.
For this video, she titled it like, please hit on me, but only if you're hot and I give you a sign.
And you know what? I only joke. I actually love my job. I love my mentor. I love wheeling and dealing. I love helping people with their transactions. I actually just lean into whatever I'm doing because I've found a spiritual path that tells me that my thinking is the problem. So whatever my if my thinking is I don't want to work anymore, then I'm going to have a hard day.
Whatever you think happens. And so this is the spiritual bypassing that people do. They stick crystals up their asshole and think they're going to feel better. They do the eat, love, pray trips and thinks that I'm a spiritual guru. What are some of the other
Well, there's so many things on social media to this effect. It's shadow work. It's
can we stop real quick?
I don't even know what that is. And maybe Anthony can help. Like, I truly don't know what that is.
Okay, this is what my understanding of it is because it's come up a lot lately.
Inner child.
You're reading my mind. I was just going to go inner child work. It's like, just accept everything. What are you going to do?
What do you mean?
What are you going to do?
Inner child work.
This is what I've discovered what shadow work is and inner child work is. You want to hear? And it's very simple.
Okay.
Can I just say what my version is and then let's
Yeah,
hear what the internet says?
I want to hear.
My version of shadow work and inner child work is love your fucking self because no one's going to love you. So what does that look like for me? I treat myself so good now, whereas I wouldn't buy that because I need to buy it for my kids or I need to buy it for my boyfriend or I need to do this for, I treat me how I want to be treated. And that has healed my inner child, healed my shadow. What does the internet say?
It just says it's the process of bringing those hidden parts into conscious awareness, examining them, understanding where they came from, and integrating them rather than continuing to suppress them. And all that I hear is the big why. Why? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I love that. Like, why am I an alcoholic? I used to ask that question. Why did God give me the addiction I have? Because I have the people addiction. And it's not that cool. The heroin addiction's cool. Okay? The fentanyl, even the crystal meth addiction, because you get so weird and
I think what you're trying to say, and because you've said this to me, and like the first time that you explain this to someone, you personally, Nikki McKelvey, explains it to someone, it really jars them because it's such an eye-opening experience. I was just telling my cousin this last night at dinner. And hi, Patty. And I can call up a drug dealer right now and be like, hey, can I get a half ball? I'm going to go off. He'll be here in half an hour. I cannot say, please, can I get a half gram of, Johnny right now? Can Johnny just show up here? No, he won't. I have no control over that. So it's such a painful addiction. Think about it. I want to order up this thing that's I'm craving so badly, but it's a person. I have no fucking control over the person.
And then people will go like today. It's funny. I did the line by line. I do another podcast where we're going line by line to the wives, which is that chapter.
Yeah.
And I said it to the guy. I said, David, and I should send you this. David, hi Patty. Is you can go and call and someone will bring you the Smirnoff. Someone will bring you he was a heroin addict.
Easier than ever.
And then when we cross talk back, he's like, well, someone can bring you another alcoholic. What the point he missed is when you are in the grip of a progressive disease like I was.
Yeah.
There is it had to be this dickweed.
I remember being 21 and I had this boyfriend, this Albanian guy. He was the next level. And I remember telling my mom, I just will never find another person like him. And I can't do it, Mom. I won't do it. I'll never be another one like him. My mom's like, literally, this guy's like a fucking meth dealer, like a loser,
But at 21, I can hear that. But go deeper. When you're now grip of a progressive illness and now you're not 21, you're 51.
I just find it pathetic because it's like the work that I've done has revealed to me that a human is a human. They're not gods. And I will never be able to put that type of energy and those type of expectations onto a human.
Because you've woke up. A lot of people don't. They're just sober. They just stopped using cocaine, or they just stopped gambling, or they just stopped eating and now they've had the stomach stapled. That's not enough. That's not enough. Look what you did today. You came into my house, you sat in silence with the Oh, we did have my Sri Lankan. He was cleaning the windows, and I love your country, Tamils, Vanakam, and Nungri. Okay, thank you so much for just being a good culture. You sat in silence. I didn't even hear you say hi to the window guy. You were just able to sit alone, kind of like perfect peace and ease. You had a nice energy on you.
That's just not, I think, here's the thing. That's just not like me. So that means that I have tapped to power, which I call God, because I don't have the power to do that. If I did, I would have had a different life.
Well, I've watched a miracle in you because you don't come in normally like that.
I come in like a bull in a china shop.
Thank you. And you came in peaceful, and you came in to hug mom, and just there was a peace about you. And if you guys witness that in people, it's amazing. They're not who they used to be. So you haven't spiritually bypassed anything. Why? It was authentic. It wasn't a spiritual bypass. Like, I'm behaving today, everybody, and I'm sitting here quietly, and I'm being a good girl, psychopath. No, it was authentic. You were really cool. You were really, nothing was missing. It wasn't something you were trying to convince yourself of.
No, it was just, and I think I said this to you this morning on the phone, like, it just took so much work to get here, though. It's silent work. It's not like this public production where we're doing shadow work online and talking about it and shoving crystals up our ass or whatever. Like, it took a lot of sitting in silence and sitting and looking at my stupid fucking decision making and looking at it and sitting and looking at it, and also being patient while nothing fucking changed for days or weeks or months. You know that feeling when you're just like, something change. I'm just praying for a good or a bad something. I'm so fucking bored.
You mean like COVID, when I lost my job and had to sit 2.5 years going, this is getting weird.
Listen, the blessing is in the wait. I have evidence to support that now. The blessing is in the wait.
Well, I lost my job in COVID and I'm sitting here mortgage free. Thank you, Canadian government. Okay, this is radical. So I didn't know how awesome the plan would be. Once I relinquished my need to be right, once I relinquished the need to control the entire universe.
The entire narrative, once you realize that God has a much better plan, our thinking is finite. God's is like this. God's limitless opportunities. So I'm here thinking about these two different outcomes. My other cousin this morning, and it's such a blessing to have these relationships. And we had coffee, and she's to put getting pregnant on hold so that she can have a little surgery on a cyst or something like this. I don't want to verbatim. I can't remember exactly, but like, she's like, oh, it's, she has to delay it another 2 months. And it's like, perfect. Because who knows why? Who knows why? It could be the best reason ever. There could be some really, really beautiful reason for that.
I know why God delayed me and Mr. Luxembourg officially tying the knot, because he was like, hey, we are married. It's like, yeah, that's true. We had sex. We're married. But if I married him, he would own half my house. And he's not as smart with the money as I am, although he perpetrated like he was. And it's like, you got a lot to learn.
You know what? You just reminded me of another point. It takes a really long time to get to know someone. And there's this intensity about us, especially as addicts, where we're like, I love him. Like, how many times have you heard me say that since I've known you?
I heard you in the car go, I don't like him that much anymore, Nikki. And I was like, I knew that because, number one, I have gifts. I'm psychic, not for myself, but for you.
But I loved him, Nikki. You don't understand, and you haven't met him yet.
And I was like, I didn't need to, because you were limiting. You were like in this little room of limit, and God has not even your person. I don't even think it's in this city. Like, Toronto's pretty not the best.
It's not even on this planet.
So it's so crazy. But back to the spiritual bypassing, which we're trying to talk about a lot in this episode, is, you just said it, Jess. No more crystals, no more books, no more eat, love. There's nothing more you need to do. No more shadow work. We know everything. We just need to practice it. Like, talk about that one. Like, if I said to you right now, Jess, you know what you need to know. You're just not practicing it.
It's such an addiction to like picking up. If you saw, and I know so many people can relate to this. If you saw my like book collection from before I found the recovery, it's insane. It's another book every single second. We talked about this last time. It's another landmark for him. It's just, there's so many. And there was a shift where I stopped using outside things like plastic surgery, geographical cures, more purses, more shopping. And I started to like get so spiritually sick that I was like, okay, now I need a psychic. Now I need a therapist. I need more Reiki. So there was like a shift slowly happening where I'm like, okay, it's not outside. It could be inside. Can somebody tell me, like, in a medium, just explain it to me? I want to cut right to the chase, right? But then I eventually found God, and he was inside of me the whole time.
Okay, so all of those things led you to the fact that there is nothing outside.
That's true.
Because had you not had those experiences, had you not spent the $1 million on
of other people's money. Sorry about that.
Dudes, she's sorry. I'll apologize for her, okay? Because it wasn't the ladies who was financing this. You had not gone through that. You get here and you're going to be, well, let me maybe try this. And that's why
it's the last door on the block, by the way. God, we didn't come here thinking that it was going to be God. It's literally the last house on the block, so to speak. Don't you find?
Well, someone asked me, like, or I saw the comments I love to get trolled. So keep trolling us, everybody. We love it. And it's helpful because it gives me something else to think about. But it was like this trolling that we got about the Bible, okay, and how we don't know it. And God's going to constantly disclose more to even you Bible thumpers out there, because these people who study, say, the Bible, what about the books that were left out of the Bible? Have you studied those? Like, it's never ending, this search, this seek.
I'll use the word again, infinite.
We are.
Infinite.
Like you're never going to know enough. You're never going to know enough.
And I think that's the spiritual bypass, is anything where you think that you figured it out is a spiritual bypass. It has to be, because the actual answer is I don't know.
Okay, this is the overlay. We could overlay a million things. We got Greta, we've got that weirdo that's like, my God. And now we've got the overlay. Wait, what was the last thing you just said?
I don't know. That's the only
menopause.
Answer. The only answer is I don't know.
Okay, that's what the overlay should be when we end this. There is an episode, and it's Alan Watts, okay? And he tells about the Chinese farmer. I'll just tell the story. Have I told it here on the...
No, I like the story. Let's tell it.
Let's just tell the story, but we could... Okay, so it's a Chinese farmer, and he has a son. You sure I didn't tell it? Because your memory's bad, but I do so many podcasts.
No, you haven't.
Okay. And he's in the village with his son. And that's all he has is his son and a horse. And one day the horse gets out and all the villagers come running over going, oh my God, your horse is gone.
Okay, let's do it together. So be the villagers, okay, and I'll be the farmer.
Oh, I love you. Okay. Oh my God, your horse is gone. What's going to happen? This is awful. You have nothing, farmer.
Is it awful? Is it?
Exactly. And then the next day, let me be the narrative and the village people. Okay, you just be the farmer. Okay. I love this role play because we used to do other kinds of role plays. And well, my tits are hanging out today, so it did look a little like this, but not as much. Then the next day, what happened? Not only did his horse come back, but he brought 5 more wild horses. All the villagers, here's my part. All the villagers came running going, oh my God, this is amazing, Chinese farmer. You are rich. You have so much. And what does the farmer say?
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I don't know.
Is it amazing?
Then, the next day, his son, his only son, is training the wild horse. What happens? He gets thrown off and he's totally maimed. All the villagers come in. This is the worst thing that could happen, Chinese farmer. What do we do? What does the Chinese farmer say?
I don't know. Is it the worst thing that's ever happened? I don't know.
Next day, what happens? The entire Chinese army comes through the village looking for all able-bodied men to come and serve the war.
Okay.
And every little dude in the village goes, but the Chinese farmer's maimed son. Now, I don't think he even has a comment after this.
He does not get drafted. That is exactly where it ends. That's for you to then say to yourself, perfect. Thank you, doctor, for delaying the pregnancy. Thank you for removing this person out of my life. Thank you for even the worst possible thing, which is somebody passes away. We don't know. We don't know.
Oh, thank you, God, for not letting me get legally married to this guy in Luxembourg. It's crazy because I would have killed myself. He's not good with money and I worship money. So we don't know God's plan. And I'm just so excited. It is true. Where's my Forrest Gump overlay? I'm not technically designed, so Can you do it? Can you just pretend to be Forrest Gump and do the classic line?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
That one. You never know.
No, you never know what you're going to get.
There you go.
Okay, we can done.